Hello everyone, and welcome to today's lesson of the Butterfly Princess Academy, where curiosity takes flight and wisdom wears wings. Today is of course Wednesday, so lesson of today is exploring dishes. So today's dish we're going to explore is Stargazy pie. Now, as you can see, I've got a picture of the envisaged dinner party behind me. So here's the Butterfly Princess hosting a dinner party for the students at the Butterfly Princess Academy, where the Stargazy pie, although you can't see it very much here, but it's here, and that's the centerpiece. So we're going to discuss the dinner party scenario shortly, and then I'm going to dive into that a bit more by sharing with you a little script about conversation around the dish. So here goes. Today's lesson is entitled Stargazy Pie, a culinary ode to Cornwall's Maritime soul. So introduction. Stargazy pie, a dish as peculiar in name as it is in appearance, stands as testament to Cornwall's rich maritime heritage. With fish heads protruding skyward through a golden crust, it's colourfully spectacular that sparks curiosity and conversation. More than just a meal, Stargazy pie is a cultural emblem deeply entwined with Cornish history, folklore and community. So here goes. History. The history of Stargazy pie is steeped in legend, primarily linked to the village of Mousehole in Cornwall. The most popular tale revolves around Tom Bawcock, a 16th century fisherman who braved treacherous winter storms to feed his starving village. When the villagers faced starvation due to relentless storms that kept the fishing boats ashore, Tom Bawcock set out in his boat and returned with a bountiful catch. The entire catch was then baked into a pie, with the heads of the fish poking through the crust to show that there were indeed fish inside. This act of bravery and generosity is commemorated annually, celebrating the end of the famine and the abundance of the sea. Real story. While the legend of Tom Bawcock adds a layer of romanticism to the dish, the real story likely involves a more pragmatic origin. Stargazy pie probably emerged as a way to utilise a variety of fish in a single dish, maximising the yield from a catch. The protruding fish heads may have served as a practical purpose, allowing steam to escape during baking and preventing the crust from becoming soggy. Regardless of its exact origins, the pie has become a symbol of Cornish resilience and resourcefulness. Ingredients. The traditional ingredients of Stargazy pie reflect the bounty of the Cornish coast. The primary component is a mix of fish, typically including pilchards, herrings, or mackerel. These are combined with potatoes, eggs, and bacon, all encased in a rich pastry crust. The heads of the fish are left intact and arranged to gaze upwards through the crust, giving the pie its distinctive appearances. Modern variations may include additional seafood like crab or mussels, and the pastry can range from a simple short crust to a more elaborate puff pastry. Culture. Stargazy pie is more than just a dish. It's a cultural icon in Cornwall. is deeply associated with the village of Mousehole and its annual Tom Bawcock Eves festival held on December the 23rd. During the festival, a lantern procession wings through the village, culminating in the serving of Stargazy pie at the local pub. The pie represents community survival and the celebration of local heritage. It embodies the Cornish people's connection to the sea and their ability to thrive in a challenging environment. Flavours. The flavours of Stargazy pie are a harmonious blend of the sea and earth. The rich, oily taste of the pilchards is balanced by the cream of potatoes and smoky bacon. The eggs add a layer of richness, while the pastry provides a comforting buttery base. Each bite offers a complex interplay of savoury notes and evoking the rugged coastline and the fertile farmlands of Cornwall. Textures. The texture of Stargazy pie is as varied as its flavours. The flaky golden crust gives way to a soft yielding filling of fish and potatoes. The fish cooked to perfection offers a delicate flaky texture, while the bacon adds a satisfying chewiness. The eggs provide a creamy smoothness that binds the ingredients together, creating a delightful contrast of textures in every mouthful. Variations. While the traditional Stargazy pie remain a beloved classic, modern chefs have introduced variations that reflect contemporary taste and culinary techniques. Some versions incorporate different types of seafood, such as crabs, mussels, or scallops to add depth and complexity. Others experiment with different pastry types, using puff pastry for a lighter, flakier crust, or adding herbs and spices to the dough for extra flavour. Vegetarian versions using vegetables like squash and mushrooms also exist, catering to a widening range of dietary preferences. Touch. The tactile experience of Stargazy pie begins with the crisp, yielding crust. The warmth of the pie radiates through the pastry, inviting you to delve into its savoury depths. The soft, flaky texture of the fish and potatoes contrasts with the firm bite of the bacon, creating a sensory experience that is both comforting and stimulating. Taste. The taste of Stargazy pie is an unforgettable journey through the flavours of Cornwall. The initial burst of savoury fish is followed by the creamy richness of potatoes and eggs, all grounded by the smoky depth of bacon. The buttery pastry adds a final layer of indulgence, creating a harmonious blend of flavours that lingers on the palate. Smell. The aroma of Stargazy pie is a tantalising blend of the sea and the earth. The distinct scent of baked fish mingles with the comforting aroma of potatoes and bacon, creating a fragrance that is both inviting and evocative. The buttery scent of the pastry adds a final touch of warmth, filling the air with a sense of anticipation. Sight. The sight of Stargazy pie is a spectacle in itself. The golden crust adorned with the upward gazing fish heads creates a striking visual impact. The arrangement of the fish, often found without like rays of the sun, adds a touch of artistry to the dish. The pie is a feast for the eyes as well as the palate, embodying the creativity and resourcefulness of Cornish cuisine. Sounds. The sounds associated with Stargazy pie are subtle yet evocative. The gentle sizzle of the pie as it emerges from the oven, the soft crackle of the crust as it is cut, and the murmur of appreciation from those who partake in its delights all contribute to the sensory experience. These sounds create a backdrop of warmth and enhancing the pleasure of the meal. Served with. Stargazy pie is traditionally served hot, often accompanied by a simple green salad or a side of buttered vegetables. A pint of local ale or a glass of crisp white wine complements the flavours of the pie, enhancing the overall dining experience. In Cornwall, it is often served during festive gatherings, bringing people together to celebrate their shared heritage. Festivals. The most significant festival associated with Stargazy pie is Tom Bawcock's Eve in Mousehole. Held annually on the 23rd of December. The festival commemorates Tom Bawcock's legendary catch and the end of the winter famine. The village is illuminated with festive lights, and a lantern procession winds through the streets, accumulating in the serving of Stargazy pie at the local pub. The festival is a vibrant celebration of Cornish culture, community, and resilience. Science. From a scientific perspective, Stargazy pie is a fascinating example of how culinary tradition can evolve to optimise both flavour and practicality. The combination of fish, potatoes, and bacon provides a balanced source of protein, carbohydrates, and fats. The baking process transforms the raw ingredients into a cohesive dish, enhancing their digestibility and flavour. The protruding fish heads, while visually striking, also serve a functional purpose, allowing steam to escape and preventing the crust from becoming soggy. Dinner party scenario. Imagine a whimsical dinner party at the Butterfly Academy, where a place where dreams take flight and culinary adventures are always on the menu. The Grand Hall, as you can, this is the scene. This is the scene I've tried to envisage on my visual background. So here it goes. Adorned with shimmering butterfly wings and twinkling fairy lights, creating an enchanting atmosphere. Tonight's Stargazy pie takes centre stage, its golden crust gleaming under the soft glow of candlelight. The guests, amidst a fairy right. No. Tonight the butterfly. Right, so right. The air is filled with anticipation as the hostess, a radiant butterfly princess, unveils the Stargazy pie. Gasps of delight and wonder ripple through the room as the guests behold the pie's peculiar beauty. Tonight, the Butterfly Princess announces, we celebrate the bounty of the sea and the magic of Cornish tradition. As the pie is served, each guest marvels at the flaky crust and the savoury aroma that fills the air. The first bite is met with expressions of pure joy. Throughout the evening, stories are shared are shared, laughter echoes through the hall, and the Stargazy pie becomes a symbol of unity and celebration. The Butterfly Princess Academy, with its whimsical charm and culinary delights, provides the perfect setting for a memorable feast that honours the rich heritage of Cornwall. Now, I want you to keep that in mind because I'm going to come back to that in a minute. To that scenario, I've come up with a bit of a script for that scenario, so just keep that scenario in your heads for a minute. So, conclusion. Stargazy pie is more than just a dish. It's a colouring narrative that anticipates the history, culture and spirit of Cornwall, from its legendary origins to its unique ingredients and sensory attributes. The pie offers a multifaceted experience that delights and intrigues. Whether you enjoy a traditional Cornish festival or a whimsical dinner party, Stargazy pie remains a testament to the enduring power of food to connect us to our past, celebrate our present, and inspire our future. So here's the script for the dinner party, where the dish Stargazy pie is the centerpiece. So here goes. Stargazy pie dinner party at the Butterfly Princess Academy. So, setting. The grand dining hall of the Butterfly Princess Academy, shimmering butterfly wings and twinkling fairy lights adorn the walls. Now, I've tried to anticipate this vision as much as I can with. I know it hasn't got all the elements that the setting says on the picture, but I have tried to envisage as much as I can about the setting and the script in this visual image behind me. Wings and twinkling fairy lights adorns the walls. A long, elegantly set table dominates the room, with the Stargazy pie taking centre stage under the soft glow of candlelight. So, characters, obviously, we have the Butterfly Princess. She is a young woman in her 30s, radiant and warm. She is in a wheelchair, so you can see her in red. She is in a wheelchair with fiery red bobbed hair, butterfly wings, a butterfly crown, and her butterfly necklace, because as we know, these are the Butterfly Princess trademarks. You will know that if you're a regular attendee of the Butterfly Princess Academy. Then we have Lady Beatrice, a character named Lady Beatrice. Now, she is a student at the Butterfly Princess Academy, and she is known for a refined taste and curiosity. We have a character called Miss Anya Sharma. Now, she is another student from the city of Manchester. She is open-minded and eager to learn. And the final character is Mr. Davis. Now, Mr. Davis is the Academy's chef, passionate and knowledgeable about culinary traditions. Right, so envisage this. So, scene opens with the Butterfly Princess at the head of the table addressing her students. As you can see, she's in the middle of the room. So here what she welcomes her students with. Welcome, my dears, to a most unusual dinner party. Tonight, we venture into the heart of Cornish culinary history with a dish that is as peculiar as its delightful Stargazy pie. So then Mr. Davis and his staff enter the dining room and reveal the Stargazy pie. Gasps of surprise and curiosity ripple through the students. So Lady Beatrice says her first line, eyes widening. Good heavens, what are those fish heads doing? Miss Anya Sharma, intrigued, she says, it looks interesting. Is it supposed to look like that? The butterfly princess, smiling. Indeed it is. The fish heads, my dears, are a signature of Stargazy pie. They gaze upwards as if watching the stars, hence the name. Mr. Davis, approaching the table, says, the tradition says they also let steam escape during baking, preventing the crust from becoming soggy. A clever bit of culinary engineering, really. The butterfly princess, nodding, says, precisely, Mr. Davis, and they serve as a testament to the bounty of the sea. The pie is served. Lady Beatrice examines her slice curiously. Lady Beatrice, sniffing, says, it smells surprisingly savoury. What exactly is inside? Mr. Davis says, we have pilchard potatoes, eggs, and a touch of smoked bacon, all encased in a rich pastry crust, a true taste of Cornwall. Miss Anya Sharma takes a bite with gusto. Miss Anya Sharma, eyes lightening up, says, wow, it's actually delicious. The fish is so flavoursome and the potatoes are creamy. Lady Beatrice, taking a tentative bite, says, you're right. The pastry is perfectly crisp and the filling is quite delightful. I must confess I was initially sceptical. Butterfly Princess, chuckling, says, skepticism is a healthy trait, Beatrice, but sometimes the most unexpected things can bring the greatest joy. Throughout the meal, the students engage in conversation. Miss Anya Sharma says, Mr. Davis, how did you learn to make this? It's not extremely a common dish in Manchester. Mr. Davis, smiling, says, I spent summer in Mousehole, Cornwall, learning from the local bakers. It was a true immersion in culinary traditions. The key is using the freshest ingredients and respecting the history of the dish. Lady Beatrice, the butterfly princess. What is the significance of the pie? So, Lady Beatrice to the butterfly princess asks, what is the significance of the pie in Cornish culture? And the butterfly princess, this is her answer. It's a symbol of resilience, Beatrice. Legend has it that a fisherman named Tom Bawcock braved terrible storms to catch fish and feed his starving villagers. The Stargazy pie commemorates his bravery and the abundance of the sea. Miss Anya Sharma replies, it's like a story in a pie. I love it. The butterfly princess, raising her glass, replies, to Stargazy pie, may it remind us to embrace the unexpected, celebrate our heritage, and always be open to new experiences. Right, so the students raise their glasses and echo the toast. Laughter and conversation fill the room as the dinner party continues, with the Stargazy pie at the heart of it all. Scene ends with the butterfly princess smiling warmly at her students, content in the knowledge that she has shared a piece of Cornish history and culinary magic with them. So that ends the script. So now we're going to go a bit more in depth about the pie now. So Stargazy pie, a culinary curiosity hailing from the Cornish fishing village of Mousehole, in England is more than just a dish. It's a cultural emblem steeped in history and folklore. The pie's most distinctive feature is undoubtedly the fish heads protruding through the crust, their eyes seemingly gazing skyward. This peculiar presentation is not merely for show, it's deeply rooted in the pie's historical context. Legend has it that in the 16th century, a particularly harsh winter brought famine to Mousehole. A brave fisherman named Tom Bawcock ventured out into the stormy seas when no one else dared, returning with a bountiful catch of 7 different types of fish. To celebrate this heroic feat and feed the starving villagers, the Stargazy pie was created with the fish heads poking through the crust to prove the fish were indeed inside. The traditional recipe for Stargazy pie calls for a variety of fish typically including pilchards, herrings, mackerels, or even sprat. The fishes are combined with ingredients such as potatoes, eggs, and bacon, all encased in a rich buttery pastry. The preparation of the pie is an art in itself. The pastry must be sturdy enough to support the weight of the filling and the protruding fish heads, yet delicate enough to melt in the mouth. The fish are carefully arranged so that their heads emerge through the crust, creating the pie's signature stargazing effect. Culturally, Stargazy pie is inextricably linked with Tom Bawcock's festival, celebrated annually in the 23rd of December in Mousehole. During this festival, a lantern procession winds through the village, culminating in the serving of Stargazy pie at the local pub. The pie is not just a meal, it's a symbol of community, resilience, and the triumph of man over adversity. It represents the intriguing and the integrity and the resourcefulness of the Cornish people who is long relied on the sea for their livelihoods. Beyond its historical and cultural significance, Stargazy pie also offers a unique culinary experience. The combination of flaky pastry, savoury fish, and hearty vegetables creates a symphony of flavours and textures. The protruding fish heads visually striking also serves a practical purpose as the pie bakes. The oils from the fish seep down into the filling, adding a richness and depth of flavour. However, Stargazy pie is not without its detractors. Some find the appearance off-putting, others question the practicality of baking whole fish heads into a pie. Yet it is precisely these unconventional aspects that make Stargazy pie so compelling. It challenges our notions of what food should look like and invites us to consider the stories behind the dishes we eat. In conclusion, Stargazy pie is far more than just a meal. It is a cultural artifact that embodies the history, folklore, and culinary traditions of a small Cornish fishing village. Its unique appearance and rich flavours make it a dish that is both intriguing and delicious. Whether you are drawn to its historical significance, its cultural symbolism, or simply its culinary appeal, Stargazy pie is a dish that is sure to leave a lasting impression. So here are some questions about pie. So it's normal. I will read you out the questions and then read you out the answers. So, 1. What are the different variations of fish that can be used in Stargazy pie, and how do they affect the overall flavour profile? Question 2. How has the recipe for Stargazy pie evolved over time, and are there any regional variations in its preparation? Question 3. What is the significance of Tom Bawcock's Eve, and how does the celebration reflect the values and traditions of the Mousehole community? Question 4. Beyond its culinary aspects, what role does Stargazy pie play in promoting tourism and preserving the cultural heritage of Cornwall? What are some modern interpretations of Stargazy pie, and how do they balance tradition with innovation? So they're the questions, and now I'm going to read you out the answers. So question 1, answer. Traditionally, Stargazy pie uses pilchards as the primary fish due to their abundance in Cornish waters. However, variations can include herring, mackerel, or even sprats. Pilchards offer a rich, oily flavour that infuses the pie filling. Herring provides a slightly milder taste with a delicate texture. Mackerel, known for its strong, distinct flavour, adds a robust and pronounced fishiness to the pie. Sprats being smaller and more delicate contribute a subtle briny flavour. The choice of fish significantly alters the overall flavour profile, allowing for diverse culinary experiences while staying true to the dish's essence. Question 2, answer. The basic recipes has remained relatively consistent, focusing on fish, potatoes, eggs and pastry. However, modern adaptations may include additions like mustard cream or different herbs to enhance flavour. Regional variations are subtle but can include using locally sourced ingredients or slight alterations in the pastry. Some versions might incorporate different types of vegetables or smoked bacon for a richer taste. Despite these changes, the defining characteristic, the fish heads protruding through the crust, remains a constant, preserving the pie's historical and visual identity. Question 3, answer. Tom Bawcock's Eve, celebrated on the 23rd of December each year, commemorates the legendary fishermen who saved the village of Mousehole from starvation during a harsh winter. The celebration embodies the value of courage, symbolising hope and guidance through dark times, while the serving of Stargazy pie represents gratitude for the sea's bounty and the importance of sharing resources. It reinforces the community's connection to its maritime heritage and the spirit of overcoming adversity through collective effort. Question 4, answer. Question 4, answer. Stargazy pie has become a significant tourist attraction, drawing visitors to Mousehole and Cornwall to experience this unique dish and its associated traditions. It serves as a tangible link to the region's cultural heritage, offering a taste of Cornish history and folklore. The dish is often featured in local food festivals and culinary events, promoting regional cuisine and supporting local businesses. By preserving and celebrating the Stargazy pie, the community reinforces its identity and attracts cultural tourism, contributing to the economic and social vitality of the region. Question 5, answer. Modern interpretations Right, so modern interpretations of Stargazy pie often experiment with different types of seafood, such as mussels, crab, or lobster, to create a more luxurious version. Some chefs play with the pastry using different flavours or incorporating herbs and spices into the dough. Vegetarian versions might substitute fish with vegetables like butternut squash or mushrooms, maintaining the pie's distinctive appearance with vegetable stalks protruding through the crust. These interventions aim to appeal to contemporary palates while respecting the pie's historical roots, balancing tradition with culinary creativity. So here now are some rhetorical questions. So as usual, I will read you out questions and then I will read you out the insights. So question 1. Stargazy pie, is it merely a dish or a bold challenge to our colouring arms? Question 2. Those fish heads' eyes fixed on the heavens. Those fish heads' eyes fixed on the heavens. Is this a pie or a poignant symbol of survival? Question 3. Tom Bawcock's Eve, just a local festival or a timeless echo of courage against the storm? 4. Stargazy pie, a taste of Cornwall, soul, but can a single bite truly convey centuries of history? Question 5. Beyond the flaky crust and savoury filling, does the pie whisper tales of resilience or simply provide a double take? So they're the rhetorical questions, and now here are the insights. So question 1, insights. This question challenges the controversial perception of food, promoting reflection on whether Stargazy pie is simply subsistence or a daring departure from current expectations. Question 2, insights. This question delves into the symbolic meaning behind the pie's unique presentation, encouraging consideration of whether the fish heads represent more than just an ingredient, embodying themes of resilience and hope. Question 3, insights. This question probes the depths of the annual celebration, inviting contemplation on whether it is merely a local tradition or a lasting reminder of human bravery and community spirit in the face of adversity. Question 4, insights. This question explores the ability of food to anticipate cultural heritage, questioning whether a single culinary experience can generally transmit the rich history and traditions of a region. Question 5, insight. This question encourages consideration of the pie's impact, questioning whether it evokes deeper emotions or narratives or simply serves as a visual striking novelty. Right, so we're now going to end it now, bring it to a close, lesson to a close. So, as we draw our exploration of Stargazy pie to a close, it's clear that this dish is more than just a culinary creation. It's a vessel carrying stories of resilience, community, and Cornish heritage. From its humble origins in a famine-stricken village to its modern-day status as a cultural icon, Stargazy pie invites us to savour not only its unique flavours, but also the rich tapestry of history and tradition woven into its very crust. Final thoughts. Stargazy Pie challenges our perceptions of food, urging us to look beyond the surface and appreciate the narrative beyond the dishes we consume. It reminds us that food can be a powerful medium for preserving cultural identity and celebrating the human spirit. And here are some inspirational quotes to carry forward. We do not remember days, we remember moments. Stargazy Pie offers a moment, a memory of taste of history that lingers long after the last bite. Food is symbolic of love when words are inadequate. The pie bit born from a time of scarcity symbolises the love and resourcefulness of community that dare to face adversity head on. Now, final one is a quote from the chef Heston Blumenthal. This is the quote. To me, food is as much about the moment, the occasion, the location, and the company as it is about food itself. Stargazy Pie anticipates the sentiment, inviting us to savour not just the flavours, but also the history, culture, and community that surrounds it. And that, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, concludes today's lesson at the Butterfly Princess Academy, where curiosity takes flight and wisdom wears wings. I would like now to take this opportunity to thank you for joining me today for today's lesson at the Academy. And I very much hope that you can join me again for more lessons at the Academy in the very near future. But until then, take care and I will see you again very soon. Bye-bye for now.